From attacks on Hindus to seeking Hasina's extradition, today we'll talk about how Bangladesh escalates while India de-escalates. Ever since the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, the interim government of Bangladesh has undertaken several actions to escalate tensions with India. However, each time India has acted maturely, avoiding a war of words with the current government of a traditionally friendly country. The interim government led by Muhammad Yunus since its inception has been trying to convey to the people of Bangladesh that it is different from the previous regime. To prove this point, instead of strengthening ties with India, the interim government is taking steps that appear to be anti-India. The Yunus government is talking about reviving SAARC, despite Bangladesh being aware of India's issues with its revival, as BIMSTEC has emerged as the second grouping for regional cooperation. Efforts to increase ties with Pakistan include steps such as reducing security reviews for those traveling to Bangladesh from Pakistan. Ship containers from Pakistan are continuously arriving at Chattogram port, raising concerns for India. Attacks on Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh have been reported by the Indian media. The Indian High Commissioner Pranay Verma was called for a meeting after the Assistant High Commission was attacked in Agartala. In fact, when Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri visited Bangladesh, no former handshake photo were posted on the social media accounts of either Muhammad Yunus or the Foreign Ministry of Bangladesh. Very recently, a note verbal was sent asking India to extradite Sheikh Hasina, despite Bangladesh knowing that the existing treaty includes provisions under which India can refuse her extradition. This deliberate actions seems to have worsened relations between the two countries. The actions of the Yunus government do not appear to be aligned with the improving ties between the two neighbors as they fit Yunus's domestic narrative. Since the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, and even before, there was anger among the people of Bangladesh as they felt India sided with Sheikh Hasina, which led her to become a dictator. Now, the interim government, instead of cooling down this sentiment, keeps fueling it to maintain the popularity of the Yunus government. India has neither used Sheikh Hasina as a diplomatic tool nor has any plans to destabilize Bangladesh through her. She and her party are so unpopular in Bangladesh that it would be nearly impossible for them to regain ground, and it would likely take many years to rebuild trust with people. India has made it very clear that Sheikh Hasina is regarded as a former prime minister, despite her claiming to still hold that position. The Indian government's official position has always been clear and optimistic. During his visit to Dhaka, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri expressed India's willingness to build a positive and constructive relationship with Bangladesh based on mutual trust and a resolution and sensitivity to each other's concerns and interests. He emphasized that people are the main stakeholders in India-Bangladesh relations. The only issue India has been raising with Bangladesh is the issue of minorities. In fact, the Ministry of External Affairs keeps reiterating that trade is open from both sides. India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Pranay Verma, stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the first foreign leader to send greetings to the Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus. He also noted that trade between the two countries in the last 6 months of this financial year has exceeded last year's figures. Many still believe that the arrest of Hindu monk Chinmay Das Prabhu worsened relations between the two countries. The arrest of religious leaders could have been avoided, or the matter should have been handled differently. However, the government led by Yunus seems to find new, fresh ways every week to escalate tensions with India. Yunus has neither called PM Modi nor sent any delegation to India for talks, which indicates that his government is not interested in maintaining good ties with India, as it does not serve their political interests. Despite India's efforts to ease tension, the situation remains strained.